Okay, this is our particles and waves course questions, question 12. And a lot of you seem to be confused with this, so I've just thought I'd do a few hints. In this question, the SQA have taken I don't know if you've come across these gold leaf electroscopes. They're not hugely reliable, and they're a way of isolating a charge. So you normally have the metal shape like this, and then this is a glass or a plastic insulator. And then if you charge this top plate, then a sheet of gold, a super thin sheet of gold or some sort of fake gold we've got, is repelled because you'd say have negative charges on the whole apparatus. This little sheet of gold is repelled and sticks out on an angle because it's negatively charged and the whole thing, and so it kind of allows you to see if something's charged or not charged. Anyway, in this question, the SQA have cleverly invented a digital version of this that gives you a score of how much charge is stored on this device. And so they've got some sort of this reading, it's how much charge is stored on it. And they're reading it in, so they've got this Coulomb meter thing here. So they're saying, now of course it's got electrons on it, so we're getting a negative charge. So we start off with it on minus 35 coulombs. Now, this is a bit of a trick we can do in the lab to show you that there may be some truth to this whole photoelectric effect story that is essentially it's just a story we've been telling you, but we've not provided you with any real evidence that it's not just an entirely fabrication. So it is possible for us to charge up this zinc plate. I've only ever managed it with a Van de Graaff generator and whack it with a Van de Graaff generator, and it's completely coated in loads of extra electrons. And the electrons are held by the zinc to some extent. And then if you bring your UV lamp and you shine ultraviolet light on it, then some of those electrons can be liberated. So they are extra electrons. They're not the normal electrons that are just on the zinc if you get it out of the cupboard. You have to charge it up and coat it with a whole load of extra electrons, and then you can liberate them with ultraviolet light. And this can be done in the presence of air. So this is something we can do as a kind of weird, not a proper photoelectric effect experiment. And we can do it at school to kind of show you that it's possible. And what happens is the ultraviolet lamp allows some electrons to go, and so this charge meter would then fall over time. Okay, if these photons have got enough energy to overcome the work function and allow electrons to be emitted, then it will slowly discharge over time. And what happens in the experiment is, as we see it, if you shine the ultraviolet light, this slowly falls, the gold leaf falls to show you that the charge is moving away, the extra charge is going as you take the electrons away. And presumably in SQA land, that would translate to this number slowly falling, presuming that everything's working. Okay, now hopefully that's enough of a starter to allow you to, I'm mistaken actually, this is actually question 7. Hopefully that's enough of a starter or introduction to allow you to have a go at question 7 and see how far you can get with it. Okay. Question 7 is really a kind of feeling out your understanding question to say, how much of this do you really understand? Ask you a few weird questions and see if you can see the logic of what's going on with it. Okay, have a go and we'll discuss it together.